Hey, take three. Okay. So the news of the day is one of those bizarre things, and I know people are going to laugh at it, but the first thought I had was, man, his family's having a rough week. So Mike McKenna was Senator's property. He gets traded to Vancouver. Clearly not to his family's liking. And now on waivers, he gets claimed by the Flyers, a team that just collects goaltenders by the looks of things. It's weird. It's weird, and I guess it means Carter Hart goes down. They haven't already announced Carter Hart's going down to the American League. They will. It's so bizarre, and it means that McKenna could go on waivers again if Philadelphia's goaltenders get healthy, and then he could go back to Vancouver, who would then send him to Utica. Yeah, there needs to be a video on the many adventures of Mike McKenna. That needs to be a thing. Even Gary Smith right now would be saying, geez, give the kid a break. I know I'm old with that reference, but hey. Nick Schmaltz of Arizona is on the injured reserve. Not great news for a team that already couldn't score, but, it's what it is when your team can't score and you're not getting any breaks. Freddie Anderson's been at practice. Sparks has not, due to the fact that Garrett Sparks is dealing with a concussion. So, yeah. I still don't think Toronto's in a whole lot of trouble, but they're looking for a goalie as well. So Hutchinson and looking for another goaltender. I would point out that they waived a couple at the start of the year, but I don't know how you do anything different. If you waive Sparks, yeah, you probably lose him on waivers. If you have McElhinney, fine, but there's no guarantee McElhinney wouldn't be hurt. McElhinney's been hurt once for Carolina already this year. This is the wackiest year for goaltenders I've ever seen. Elias Pettersson out tomorrow. Very unlikely he plays against Toronto, but they're not giving us any information beyond that. So whatever's going to happen beyond that, we don't know yet. I haven't seen him being put on IR. He'll get put on IR while I'm uploading this. But yeah, so Pettersson they're being kind of secretive with, and that's never a good thing. The Blues have added Jared Coro from the Ducks because everybody needs goaltenders, which means Binnington will get sent back down. I've said before, I don't think Jordan Binnington's going to end up being an NHL level goaltender. And so the St. Louis Blues apparently seem to think so as well. And so Allen and Coro would be your goaltenders. Now, Coro is okay as a backup. He's not great, though. He won't steal starts from Allen. And yeah, so more goaltenders. Goalies. Just to spin the wheel and goaltender. It's just so crazy this year with goalies. Devils fans were very taken aback yesterday with news that John Hines was given an extension, multi-year extension by the Devils organization. And Ray Shero is very likely to get an extension as well. Now, I'm not as surprised by that in that it was only 6 months ago that Hines got the team, or 8 months ago, I guess. Hines got the Devils into the playoffs. They were a good team then, and he was a good coach then. And it takes a while. We are, I think, at a stage where a team has to miss the playoffs more than once before a coach gets fired. So for him, the Devils very likely to miss the playoffs this year. I don't think that'll stick to him. That's part of the reason why he got the multi-year extension. If at the end of next season they're still not very good, then maybe. But again, the organization seems to believe in Hines and Ray Shero, and Shero's been pretty good. The Devils just haven't had any luck, and goaltending has been a big part of it. It's so weird. And finally, let's take a look at the goaltending carousel in Philadelphia. All of these goaltenders have played at least one game for Philadelphia. This doesn't include anybody else who might have come down as an emergency goaltender or not get called into a game. Carter Hart, Anthony Stolarz, Brian Elliott, Calvin Pickard, Michael Neuwirth, and Alex Lyon. And very soon, we could add Mike McKenna to the list, making it 7. It's a lot of goaltenders. It's a lot of turnover in the Philadelphia Nets. And this isn't long after Hextall was fired, in part because of that. And Holmgren saying, one of our first jobs is to get another goaltender. Chuck Fletcher takes over, and I'm sure one of his first jobs, get another goalie. Apparently teams aren't giving up good goaltenders, probably in part because everything else that I told you fine people today. Goaltending is at a premium. If you have a good goaltender, you hold on to him because you just never know what's going to happen and who might get hurt. So there you go. So the Flyers could very well have 7 guys who've played at least one game this year, and we're barely halfway through the year. Let that one sink in. But yeah, so I've got to get the preview all set and get going with that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. We'll talk to you again soon.